So often when we ask the question, what is the number one thing that you're struggling with in your business? The biggest roadblock, the biggest linchpin, like the biggest obstacle that you are facing. So many achievers will tell us this. They'll say, Rory, I'm just struggling to find more prospects, to find more customers. I don't have enough new people in the front door. And if that's you, that is great because at least you recognize the problem. And this brings up the question, right? How do I find clients quickly? And it is really the ultimate question. I mean, every single business, no matter how small or how big, whether you're a solopreneur, you're an intrapreneur, you're an independent contractor, or you're running $1 billion enterprise, the question of how do I get more customers quickly is a question that you will always be asking. And in terms of a practical sense, there is a very simple solution. I would argue that this is the fastest way to get new customers. I would say it is the most profitable way to get new customers. I would say this one thing is the easiest way to get new customers. And I would also say that I bet 90% of businesses don't do this one thing. Even though it's the fastest, the easiest, the most profitable way, 90% of businesses, I would guess, right, that's just off the top of my head, I would say they don't even do this or they don't do a good job at it. And what am I talking about? What is this secret method, this magic method to get new customers right away? Whether you're a solopreneur or $1 billion enterprise, it is simple, but it's not easy. You ask for referrals. You ask for referrals. Now, I love digital marketing. We at Brand Builders Group, it's all we teach. It's all we talk about is how to get the message out to the masses, how to create, automated funnels and evergreen nurture campaigns that allow people to come to you and use social media and podcasting and books and webinars and speeches and all of these things that will help you create customers. And in the long term, it's more scalable. But the problem is, marketing, that kind of marketing is a slow mechanism of generating new customers. Mass market marketing is a slow method. It's great in the long term because it's scalable, right? It's something that you can repeat. It's something that we'll keep getting better and better at. But in the short term, it's not like you can build a funnel and turn it on and have it go live and have 100,000 people go through it today so that you can have a customer in hand by tomorrow. But you know what you can do? You can call someone right now who is a customer, who is a fan, or who is a friend or a family member, somebody who likes you and trusts you, and you can have a quick conversation with them. And you can get a high trust introduction in a matter of minutes. But you know what? Most of us don't do it because we're afraid. We don't want to sound needy. We are afraid that we'll say something wrong, or we're afraid that somehow it's just like, we're not good at it. And so I want to talk to you, and I'm going to share with you a quick technique right now that I call the client check-in. The client check-in. And the client check-in is really simple. Check-in is an acronym, and I'm just going to give you the high-level overview right now, and we'll have other trainings on this in the future in other places in more detail. But if you follow these steps for check-in, if you call a client or you call a family member, but let's say a client, and you check in with them, this will help you automatically gain referrals. All right, so what does the C in check-in stand for? First of all, the C in check-in stands for catch up. Call them and just say hi and just catch up with them. That's the first step. Don't ask them for anything, just say hi. And for a lot of us, we're scared to call our past clients. I know it. I know you are, because I've been in sales my whole life. I've been an entrepreneur. I've had this fear. I've coached people through this fear. I know that we are reluctant to call our customers. And one of the reasons why we're reluctant to call them is because some of us get customers, and it's almost like, pardon the analogy, but it is almost like a one-night stand. We got a customer, we met him, we made a sale, and then it was like we never talked to him again. We were out, right? And we haven't bothered to check in with them. And so the idea of calling them back to get referrals seems a little bit scary and overwhelming. Well, that is the first step, is just call and catch up. Just ask them how they're doing. The H in check-in stands for help. Ask them if they need help. That's it. And again, first, start by what you can give before what you can get. And it might be that your conversation ends here, because if they need help, if they haven't had a good experience, if something has gone wrong, you need to deal with that first before you ask for referrals. All right? But ask them, is there anything I can help you with? Is everything going okay? Are you using your service? Have you checked out this feature and that feature? And how's it going? And offer them help. Now the E in check-in stands for explain. And here's where you make the transition. All you're going to do is explain to them what you've been up to. And you're going to explain to them the way that you prefer to do business. And so I would say something super casual like this. I'll say, hey, Rory, it's so great to hear that you're doing well. I'm glad that you've been enjoying our product and service. And, I wanted to let you know that I actually prefer to do business with people who know the clients that I work with. I actually prefer to do business with people who you know and who know you. I find that it is just more fun, and there's just more trust, and just altogether it's a better experience. So that's the explain. That's the E, is I'm going to explain that is how I prefer to do business. Okay, and now I get to the second C, which is to clarify. Clarify exactly who you're looking for. And I want to say specifically, I am looking to be introduced to people who blank. Now, one quick tip on this, make sure when you clarify, don't say you're looking for someone who would be interested in buying what you have. In other words, don't ask for someone who needs the solution that you sell. Ask for someone who has the problem that you solve. So as an example, right, at Brand Builders Group, at our company, my wife and I's company, we do personal brand strategy coaching, one-on-one, right? So I wouldn't say, I'm looking to be introduced to people who are looking for a personal brand strategy coach, right? That's how people do it, though. They go, I'm looking to be introduced to someone who wants to buy a house, or who's looking for a mortgage, or I'm looking to be introduced to somebody who, whatever, needs catering. Don't do that. Explain the problem that you solve. I'm looking for people who are struggling to grow their online following and their offline following. I'm looking to be introduced to people who have a message, they're mission-driven messengers who want to reach more people, right? That's how I would tee up Brand Builders Group, not what we do, but what problem that we solve. All right, so that's the C, that's how you clarify. And then when it comes to the K is for Kickstarter. Kickstarter is just, when you do Kickstarters, don't say, who do you know that would buy from me? Don't treat it like that. Instead, give them Kickstart lists of different pockets of people that they might know. So you would say, is there anyone that you go to church with who you think maybe interested in writing a book or starting a podcast, or who you know is really passionate about growing their social media following or their small business, right? This is how I would ask for referrals for Brand Builders Group. And give them a Kickstarter list. You say, is there anyone you go to church with? Is there anybody you work with? Who are the parents of your kids' best friends? Who's on your softball team? And rather than asking them to think of people that might want to buy, ask them for people who live inside of pockets that they know. All right? That is the K. So you've got the first C is catch up. The H is offer help. The E is explain how you prefer to do business. The C is clarify. And then the K is Kickstarter. And then the last one, the last two for check-in, the I is ask for an introduction. Don't ask for referrals. Sometimes people freak out about referrals. Ask for an introduction and say, would you be comfortable introducing me to the people on this list? And if they say yes, then that brings you to the N, which is invest. Invest into the relationship. Invest in a white glove reach out to the person both that you're prospecting, and be willing to invest back into the referral partners who made introductions to you. That is how you check in. That is how you generate referrals quickly, and that is how you build your business and find customers fast and profitably and easily. So go out and have a client check-in and let me know how it goes.